Do you want your videos to turn out like this, true to what you see and with less noise, but they turn out like this and you don't really want to invest in a camera just yet? Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Coralis and I am so happy that you're here. On my channel I do a ton of student lifestyle content, and I'm actually starting a new series called Become That Creator. This is the very first episode, so I'm really excited to announce it. The purpose of the series is to help creators become better, especially if you've never done any content before and you want to start learning how with just simple things and tips and advice and strategies, then this is definitely the series for you. And this is also a good series if you're a beginner and you know some stuff but you kind of want to advance more and different things like that. So for the first episode of Become That Creator, I'm going to be doing a how to film aesthetic videos with just your phone. When I first started out, I didn't use a camera. I'm currently using my camera right now to film, so the quality of this intro was like chef's kiss. But you can also make the quality of any kind of video chef's kiss with just your phone, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that here. Of course, the quality is definitely different, and you're going to be able to see some of the differences later on where I'm going to show a side-by-side comparison, which is going to be really fun to see. With all of that said, let's get started. So one of the first things that is super important is setup. So your setup is actually one of the most important things when you are going to be making a video. You can have something as simple as a little tripod. A tripod is fine. You can put your phone on it, and that is just going to be really simple to keep your video steady. If you're recording something else, like maybe you're making a coffee and you wanted to record it, so like a neutral background, just something with not a lot of things, like plain solid color. It could be a colored wall, right? That's totally fine, but as long as it's a solid colored wall, then it should match with like pretty much anything that you are going to record. It kind of keeps the decorations minimal unless the vibe that you want is like extravagant and like a lot of things, then you will definitely have a background with like so many things going on back there. But for most people and content creators, they kind of like something simple. It could be like cutesy and modern, but definitely something just like not too many stuff going around, so that you keep the focus of the video on the purpose of the video. For example, if you're making a coffee, then the purpose of the video would be to show how aesthetic it is me making my coffee, or how pretty the steam looks when you pour the coffee in the cup. That would be the purpose of the video. But if there's a lot of things going on in the background, like you have like a stack of books and you have like 3-5 plants, then they're like, oh, what kind of book is that? Or, oh, that's a pretty plant, what is it? And they're not really thinking like of what you want them to think, which is the purpose of the video, which would be the coffee, right? You making yourself coffee. And so I think that's a very important thing to keep in mind, just because you want people to be thinking about what you made the video for. Because if that is your like niche, or your the kind of vibe that you want for your channel or your social media account, then you want people, when they think of you want them to think about what your channel topic is, your niche, your kind of vibe, whatever you got going on. Not like that this person always has books in her videos and I want to know what book she reads. If you're like a book person and your channel's about books, then that's great. But if you're someone who wants to make, for example, cooking videos, and you have like tens of millions of things in your background when you're cooking something that isn't related to the food, it's not the ingredients, then that's going to take away from the focus of the video. And so that is one of the things. The setup is super important. The second thing that is also really important is the lighting. When you're doing a video and you're talking like to a camera, you really want there to be some natural lighting. So like having a window in front of you is a really good thing. However, if you're in a place where you don't really have a window, or it's kind of small, or maybe it's nighttime, a ring light is very good. I think this is kind of like one of those big ones that kind of like medium to big creators use. If you don't have a ring light, you can also get your hands on one of these little things. Just a small little light that you can use. It doesn't have to be anything super basic. To have around and handy for if you're filming something at nighttime, there's not a lot of light, you can use something like this. Or even your phone has a flashlight, right? And so when you're recording, you can literally turn on the flashlight and you can have that instead. So honestly, you don't really need this. You can just have it on the phone. Okay, so now that we've covered the two basic things, setup and lighting, now we're gonna get started into actually filming and filming settings, how to film, different things like that. And I'm so excited. So let's go. When it comes to filming, angles are super important. There are three main angles. The first one, which I'm showing right now, is the side angle. All you do is position your camera to the side, and that is the side angle. And then I like to do this once or twice, just to have variety in the clips that I have. The second angle is just a normal angle from the front, and you just record that one. And the last one is a close-up angle, which helps you get all the textures and different kinds of things in your video. Now we're going to go over settings that you can put on your phone. So I have a side-by-side comparison on my phone and my camera, and all you have to do is lock the focus, turn down the brightness a bit just so you can see your natural skin tone a bit more. And then you're also going to get a light, whether it's natural or artificial, and you can literally use skincare as a tripod. It doesn't really matter, even books. And you want to have more background rather than less, because if you're going to edit the video, it's better to have more background to deal with. Now, when you're making aesthetic videos, you kind of want to go a bit slower than you usually do. This kind of just helps the video slow down, feel more gentle, and things like that. So this is just a clip of me applying skincare slowly, and it gives you that aesthetic kind of vibe. When you go really fast, it kind of takes away from the whole calmness and aestheticness of it. So this is a really good tip. Alright, now we're gonna move on. I wanted to include this clip of my self-care in my life. This is the part where I was journaling, and this is my little setup. I was literally using my water bottle to hold up my phone. So when you don't leave, you can even use books. So as you guys can see, with just a few small changes, you can turn a video like this, which looked pretty ugly before, but now it looks honestly a lot better with just a few small changes and settings. Here is the side-by-side comparison of my camera and my phone. There's definitely a change. I think my camera looks a bit warmer toned, and then my phone looks a bit cooler toned, but that is something that can easily be changed with filters. The main thing is honestly just the quality of the video. There might be less noise on the screen in general. If you don't know what it is, it's kind of like this thingy, but there's like pixels on the screen. So there's less of that on the camera. It's a lot clearer because the setting, they're like completely different. And so on the phone, it definitely has more of those pixels around, but you can't really tell as much when you add these little changes and settings that we did in this video. So I really hope that this video was useful for you guys. And if you guys want more videos like this, then definitely subscribe to see more episodes of Become That Creator, where I'm going to be talking about other different little tips and tricks on how to make your video and your content better. So yeah, that was the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Stay happy and positive ever. Bye!